having a great week so far and that you're prepared to go to the next one. I've actually learned today that it's Sunday, and it kind of like hit me, because if you're on the same team as me that has no idea what day it is anymore, I can relate. So I hope you're prepared, you know, in any way possible for the next week so far, because I know that this is kind of like all over the place at the moment. So for today, I have the answer to the question I get the most from people when we discuss about plants, which is this. I want to start having plants at my own place, but I have no idea where to begin. And I can immediately tell you, you know what? Go buy a snake plant. Go buy a Christmas cactus. And you're like, the hell's all that? And that exactly proves my point, because it is indeed a common question, but at the same time, it's a little bit ambiguous, because you have to take into consideration that most people are not familiar with plants when it comes to their names or like anything related to that. So I think that we need to be a little bit more specific and to show the plants, show their names, and, give very specific information for someone that starts right now. And I have collected 10 green babies that I have here in my place that I know you can take care of, whether you are the first time plant parent and never had a plant in your life, or you are the second type, which is kind of my favorite because it's kind of like funny, which is the person that had like a plant or two, they were terrible at it, and they're like, you know what, I have no idea what to do this, I will never do it again, just leave me the hell alone. And I'm here to tell you that both extremes, both types of people can take care of them, as long as you can provide them the correct information and you give them clear directions. So I have done this. I have collected 10 plants that you can take care of 100%, that you can do it by following 2 principles only. You need to place them in the room with bright indirect light, and you need to water them, and you're allowed to water them specifically when the soil is about to dry. Nothing else. So pretty simple, right? So I'm gonna start show you the plants, and midway I'm gonna show you like some kind of details for you to recognize them, and some extra details you need to know. Let's do this. So first one, and one of my favorites one, is this. This is Zane, my double Z plant. ZZ plant, double Z plant, doesn't matter. This is the first one. You will find it in a lot of shops, banks, offices. It's one of the common ones that they have, and it's the most like suggested in plant shops usually. And I have made a recent video about this, but this is how they look like. They kind of look fake, but they're not. Very dependent as well. Very like huge and like large stems, which underneath is the rhizome and all the roots. But yeah, leave them alone. They will be quite happy with you. That's all you need to do. They can tolerate even some low light conditions, but they will never get this really like dark green leaves if you leave them in a very like, shady place. So just, they direct light, it's the perfect thing for them. Just let them be, they will be very happy. Second one, Christmas cactus. This is the Christmas cactus, so I'm here to answer this question. Christmas cactus, a succulent. It has new growth now, as you can see here. And this pink bulbs are actually the flowers that it produces. Very easy to take care of. Very like beautiful to look at. Again, you don't need to do too much. I just want you to be aware of how each plant looks. And again, only water it until the soil is completely dry. You will be perfectly okay with it. The third one, the Pothos varieties. This is the golden pothos. They're kind of like babies right now. And this is the silver princess. But pothos varieties. They're climbing plants, so they create a very like jungly feeling you will love with them. Variety. Very easy to take care of. Again, they might tolerate the low light condition, but because they're climbing plants, in order for them to actually have very supported and strong climbing stems, they need to be in this bright indirect light. The fourth one, another like very suggested plant in plant shops, snake plants. This is one variety, but it's the most common one you can find. Houses. It's one of the, you know, plants that they're very like loved because they have this kind of like decompressing effect. And I've noticed that when I have them like in my bedroom, they kind of like decompress me a lot. If you have like too many, they have the ability to purify the air, but you need to have at least like 50 in like one like small bedroom. So yeah, even if you have one or two, that will just decompress you and make you feel like very like refreshed. Fifth one is aloe vera. It is a succulent. I've learned this about a month ago, but yeah, it makes sense. It is a succulent, indeed. But it is very beneficial for, you know, skin purposes, beauty purposes. You can cut the leaves and actually use the sap that is coming out of the plant. And yeah, again, may tolerate some low light conditions, but the ideal condition is for it to have the bright indirect light because it needs the light to grow this long leaves that it has. Actually, next one, lucky bamboo. You can have them like in a vase with water, as I do, or like some flower shops actually have them in like a weird like plate when they're cut like some stems of the bamboo, and that you can grow them from there. But this is the common like thing that you can do. You only need to remember, if you have them like in the vases just like I do here, you need to change the water like once every week or once every like week and a half, because it might attract like some fungus or like fungus gnats. And, you know, just keep it clean and nice and healthy for the roots to actually absorb the water where they need to. Next one is piss lily. Piss lily, another like common plant that a lot of plant shops suggest. This white thing is their flower. It's growing on right now. But you only just need to remember that whenever like this drops and it's becoming brown, you just need to cut it and you will be okay with it. Nothing else to do. Tolerates low light conditions as well, but it thrives in the bright and direct light because it's a flowering like plant. It has like some blossoms, so in order for you to see it actually, you know, have these flowers, you need to keep it in a bright and direct light. The other one is Dracaena, dragon tree. This is the golden variety again, but any dragon tree will do. Kind of like looks like this. There are many varieties, but they have like the leaves in common. This is like the common ground that they have in the stem. So again, well-drained soil. You don't need to do too much. Again, you have to leave them alone, because one of the things I found out and I learned about Dracaenas is that they have like a quite weird reaction when it comes to watering. You don't need to water them too much because they start to get like very like yellow edges here, and that you have to cut off. And yeah, you just need to leave them alone. That's pretty much it. You just let them be. And you know, they have this kind of like nice leaves. They're very fierce. So yeah, just leave them alone. They will be very happy with you. And they're like very good to look at. They're very pretty. Finally, the Bromeliad. This is the red one, but there are many varieties, many colors. This is the red one because I really like it. It looks like weird, but trust me, very easy to take care of. So the Bromeliad is like, it needs to have very like well-drained soil. It kind of like looks like this. This is the red one, as I told you. And it's like a tropical variety, but you don't need to do too much because they're quite independent. And whilst they have this like bright and direct light and the well-drained soil, you don't need to do anything more besides that. And it's kind of like pretty, right? I know it looks weird, but it's a tropical plant, but very beautiful and very easy to take care of. I kind of hope that you have the idea right now and you actually a little bit more familiar with the kind of plants that I showed you, and that you know where to start. Like when you go to a plant shop, you know exactly what to look for and what to ask for. And you will be like a little bit like kind of like, I I recognize this, I know what this is. So this is the kind of information that I want you to have. I want you like to go to a plant shop and be confident on what you ask for, because you have to be. It's not like, you know what, you should get this. No, bitch, I will get whatever I want. So this is like the kind of like perspective I want you to have. Okay, so I will see you in the next video. We're gonna talk about monsteras, which is like awesome, and I cannot wait for it because it's one of my favorite plants. Yeah, oh, no joke, right? Yeah, this is my tattoo, which I really love. So I will see you next week, and I hope you have a great week ahead. Bye.